Hey everybody, Eric here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you're going all right. Let's talk about Final Fantasy, the not so final series that ever since the late 80s has given us amazing characters, fantastical stories, beautiful music that has a life even outside of the games, sometimes on CD and vinyl. This one actually I made. Check it out. Every few years, every Final Fantasy is always hotly anticipated, and as JRPG fans and video game fans alike, we're actually really lucky to be able to look forward to these things, and I know I always look forward to every single installment that is forthcoming. Now, out of all the games in the Final Fantasy series, there's always the one that I feel that gets overlooked and overshadowed by, Final Fantasy VII, your Final Fantasy VI, and that one is actually Final Fantasy IX. Originally released in the year 2000, this amazing story that spanned 4 discs followed Zidane, or Zidane, however you want to pronounce it, on a quest for true love, self-discovery, and of course, saving the world as a result. This tale, get it? Tale? Will leave you feeling emotionally drained and satisfied all the same when you finally hit the credits. Final Fantasy IX is said to be series creator Hironobu Sakaguchi's personal favorite out of the games he's produced. So that should really tell you something. It was ported to the PlayStation 3 and the PSP as a PlayStation Classic, and eventually hit the Vita in 2012. Square Enix also ported this game to the PC in 2016, and this port is now what's available on PlayStation 4, 5, Switch, Xbox One. It's alright. I've played through it in its entirety, and the new version gives some cool options like battle skips, trance mode enabled from the start, 9,999 damage mode, basically a cheat to win kind of thing for a more story-based experience. But where are the graphical enhancements? Where's all the other cool things that you would expect with a re-release or a remaster? Well, this is where the fan community comes in, and unfortunately Square kind of drops the ball yet again. So introducing, well, maybe not introducing because it's about 5 years old at this point, but maybe introducing to you the Moguri Mod. The Moguri Mod has been around since 2018, and believe me, this is certainly not the first video on it. But I wanted to make a video on it because not only am I a passionate fan of Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy IX specifically, but after experiencing the mod for myself while playing it on Steam Deck in handheld mode and docked, let me tell you, this is a thing of beauty and I love it. Now, the main reason why the 2016 port does not have any graphical enhancements or that extra wow factor that you're looking for with a port or a re-release or a remaster purely has to do with the fact how they stored the original source files, and unfortunately no longer to be found aside from a handful of scenes or whatever that some of the video game artists had. But basically, when the graphic designers and the artists drew the backgrounds, they were then downscaled to be able to fit on a PlayStation 1 disc. And when it came time for them to do this re-release, well, they had to do something called AI upscaling, which pretty much takes the original scene and tries to blow it up. But the problem is that, it's already a really compressed image. And when you're trying to, upscale an already compressed and downscaled picture, it's not going to look super pretty. But this is where the Moguri Mod comes in with their version of AI upscaling and drawing to finish the scenes, and it actually looks really pretty. Sometimes the backgrounds do look a little bit watercolory, but honestly it doesn't bother me at all. And of course this is fully intentional because not only are the backgrounds AI upscaled, but like I said, they've been completed by hand to fill in the gaps as needed. Now, Square of course used similar upscaling techniques in the re-release of Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX, and of course the Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers edition, which is, I don't even know. I don't know. But Final Fantasy IX with the Moguri Mod is a thing of beauty, and it's now playable in widescreen. Plus, there's a ton of resolutions that you can change depending on your screen size. Installing the mod itself is incredibly easy on PC. It's just a matter of running the exe files and you're good to go because it patches your Steam files. So easy done, takes about 5 minutes. I'll leave links down below for the video guides. The Steam Deck is a little bit more involved, not that much. Only took me about 10 minutes to actually get the mod going, and it's totally worth it. And I love playing the Moguri Mod and Final Fantasy IX, even more so now on my Steam Deck. Now, I've captured some footage from the first few hours of the game, and I just wanted to show off how gorgeous it looks. Coming from a fan of the game when it was originally released in the year 2000, it is mind-blowing. Not to mention the beautiful new orchestral arrangements included in this mod really makes it feel more full and a more genuine experience not had before for Final Fantasy IX. Now, I won't talk over this part purely because I want you to hear the music, which is just the icing on the cake. So here is a little bit of footage that I've captured during my Twitch streams playing through the game. And wow, it's just so good. Check it out. One other upgrade I haven't mentioned, the FMVs, which are absolutely gorgeous and have been tweaked as well. It's so funny because these are actually how I remember them to be, and that goes for the entire game as well. Some of these older PS1 games haven't aged super well, looking at you, Squall. But these mods really bring the magic back to Final Fantasy IX and allow me to experience it like I did when I was a kid. So there you go, there is Final Fantasy IX Moguri Mod. I know this isn't a new thing necessarily, but it's new to me, and like I said, I am super passionate about Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy IX, which is my second favorite Final Fantasy game behind 7, of course. And I wanted to make this video because I want more people to know about it and how easy it is to install. Unfortunately, it's not available on consoles, but if you have the hybrid PC/console Steam Deck, it's incredibly easy to install. It takes 5 minutes, and it's just an amazing experience that you can play handheld docked. Now, that being said, have you played Final Fantasy IX? I think it's an amazing and underrated game. Like I said, it's overshadowed by the giants of the Final Fantasy series like 7 or 6 or maybe something else. But I highly recommend that you check it out, even if you don't have the option to play with the Moguri mod. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and we'll see you again on the next video.